Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
Zyron stepped off the interstellar shuttle, his heart racing with a mix of excitement and apprehension. Before him lay the lush, bioluminescent landscape of Luminara, a planet renowned not just for its breathtaking beauty, but for the enigmatic race that called it home, the Luminaris. The Luminaris were tall, slender beings with skin that shimmered like the night sky and eyes that glowed with internal light. They possessed a profound connection to the energies of fertility and nature, a legacy that shaped their culture. In this new era of galactic exploration, humanity sought not just to expand its reach, but to connect and learn from the vibrant cultures across the cosmos. Prakash, known more informally as Bubbly, had undertaken a mission among the stars, bringing his expertise in various forms of therapeutic massage, a tradition from Earth that emphasized healing and human connection. As a skilled massage therapist, Zyron had traveled from one corner of the galaxy to another, always letting the exhilaration of new experiences wash over him. Now, on Luminara, he was ready to share his knowledge. His mind drifted to the mission briefing he received before departure: promote wellness and cultural exchange. It seemed simple enough, but the Luminaris' deep-rooted beliefs added layers of complexity to his task. Throughout the shuttle ride, thoughts of his potential clients rattled around in his head. What would they think of a human massage therapist? Would they accept him? But the deeper concern nestled in his heart was, how could he hope to connect with a race so vastly different yet so similar to his own? As he stepped forward, a soft rustle of leaves caught his attention. Serene and vibrant, the sounds of Luminara felt alive. It was more than just a planet. It pulsed with energy. Myth and magic lay embedded in every flower and tree, making it a land that held stories, wisdom, and mysteries beyond human comprehension. Before Zyron could adjust to the overwhelming beauty, an elegant figure approached. A Luminaris woman, her bioluminescent skin glistening under the soft light of Luminara's twin suns, moved gracefully through the flora. "Welcome, Earthling," she said, her voice melodic yet authoritative. "I am Saren, ambassador of the Luminaris. We have awaited your arrival." Zyron felt a rush of warmth and energy as he stepped forward, meeting her glowing eyes. "It's an honor, Saren. I'm here to offer my skills in massage therapy, hoping to create a bridge between our cultures." As their eyes locked, he sensed an inexplicable connection, an exhilarating blend of curiosity and awe. Little did he know, this was just the beginning of a journey that would intertwine their fates in ways unimaginable. The sun hung high in the sky, casting a mixture of green and blue hues across the landscape. Zyron followed Saren through winding paths of luminescent plants that danced gently in the breeze. Curious Luminaris watched from afar, their expressions a blend of intrigue and reverence. Zyron's heart raced, both excited and anxious about the cultural exchange ahead. As they walked, Saren spoke passionately about the Luminaris' way of life. "We are deeply connected to our land and the energies that flow through it. Our rituals and beliefs center around fertility and growth, which we honor as sacred." Zyron listened intently, recognizing the richness of their culture. He had read about the Luminaris, but experiencing their customs firsthand filled him with awe. "That's fascinating. On Earth, we value holistic healing, but our connections to nature have dulled over time. I hope I can help you in promoting wellness." Saren offered a gentle smile, her eyes radiating warmth. "Your skills may serve us well. The art of touch is something we understand deeply, but your human techniques could bring new life to our practices." Zyron felt a tingle of hope at her words. Perhaps his presence here could make a difference. Later that afternoon, Zyron prepared for his first massage session with Saren, who wanted to experience his approach firsthand. He transformed a serene clearing into a makeshift spa, arranging vibrant flowers around a soft bed of moss, inviting the tranquil energy of Luminara. As Saren lay down, her skin glowed softly, illuminating the space around them. Zyron began the massage, using techniques drawn from various traditions: long strokes, gentle kneading, and rhythmic pressures. As his hands glided over her bioluminescent skin, he felt a pulsating energy, as if he were tapping into something powerful and profound. Saren's breath deepened, and he noticed subtle changes in the environment. Flowers around them leaned in closer, and the air grew thick with energy. Zyron focused, tuning into Saren's needs, hoping to relieve her of any tensions. He couldn't help but admire the way her body responded, illuminating even brighter as he worked. Moments turned into what felt like timeless reflections, and as he moved into a rhythmic flow, he began to sense a connection that transcended words. It was as if he were not just soothing her body, but awakening an ancient energy within her. As Zyron concluded the session, he observed Saren's features relax, her glowing skin now pulsating with vibrant colors. In a soft tone, she whispered, "You have given me more than a massage. I feel reborn, as if the very essence of the land has surged through me." Suddenly, a shimmering light erupted around them. The ground trembled slightly, and ethereal flora bloomed in a radiant explosion of color, reaching towards the heavens. The trees responded, rustling in approval as energy crackled in the air. Zyron's eyes widened in astonishment. What in the universe was happening? The Luminaris had believed deeply in the interconnectedness of life, but he had not anticipated such a powerful response to his touch. When the moment finally settled, Saren sat up, awe painted across her face. "The Earth has recognized your gift, Zyron. You are a bringer of life, a channel for the energies we revere." Zyron felt a rush of confusion and elation. A bringer of life? This was more than anything he had ever imagined. He had come as a simple therapist, yet now it felt as if he was being branded as something far greater. "What does this mean?" he asked, the weight of her words heavy in his chest. "I believe," Saren replied, her eyes sparkling with a mix of reverence and joy, "that our people may see you as a fertility god. We may need your help to reclaim our connection to these energies." In the aftermath of the vibrant display, Zyron was left oscillating between disbelief and awe. He was not prepared for what came next, a call for celebration among the Luminaris, and the humbling result of being thrust into a position of reverence. The festivities began as Luminaris gathered from all corners of the land, decorated in brilliant hues that matched their radiant skin. Zyron was to be honored not just as a healer, but as a pivotal force for change and renewal, something he had never asked for but was finding hard to resist. As he joined the celebrations, Zyron realized deep within himself that this journey was only beginning. He felt the pull of destiny drawing him closer to the Luminaris, and with Saren by his side, he would need to navigate the unexpected path of being revered as a fertility god. The sun dipped low on the horizon, casting the celebrations in a warm golden hue. Zyron stood at the center of a grand gathering, Luminaris surrounding him, their faces illuminated with reverence. Banners swayed gently, adorned with symbols representing fertility and the flourishing of life. The energy in the air was electric, charged with anticipation and admiration. "Zyron, the bringer of life!" A voice boomed from the crowd, reverberating across the clearing. It was Eldera, the high priestess of the Luminaris, her voice imbued with authority. "We call upon the spirits of our ancestors to witness this union of human and Luminaris. You who have awakened our hearts and revitalized our spirits, step forth and embrace your role as our guide." Zyron's heart raced. As he stepped forward, he felt the weight of their expectations pressing down on him. What had begun as a simple intention to promote wellness had spiraled into something monumental. He had never desired to be seen as a deity, but felt the undeniable shift within him, within the Luminaris. The crowd erupted in joyous chants, their voices a melody of celebration. Zyron struggled with the reality of his newfound position. He didn't want to disappoint them or trample on their beliefs. How could he guide a culture so deeply entwined with spirituality without losing his way as a human? Later, as the festivities roared on, Zyron found a moment of solitude beneath a luminescent tree. He stared into the calm waters of a nearby pond, his reflection interrupted by the wavering lights. There was a tugging at his core, a yearning to stay true to himself while honoring the Luminaris traditions. "Why do I feel this way?" he pondered aloud, unsure if the universe held the answer. "I never wanted to be a god. I only wanted to heal." Saren approached, her radiance casting a soft glow around her. "It is not simply about being worshipped, Zyron. You've connected with our people on a level few ever can. They see your touch as a blessing, a return to what has been lost. But it is vital to remember who you are. You are not a god. You are Xiron, a healer and a friend. Her words resonated with him, a reminder that despite the mantle they had placed upon him, his essence remained unchanged. "How can I help them without losing myself?" he confessed, the vulnerability lacing his voice. "You guide us by showing that we can find strength within ourselves. We revere the energies of nature, yet you remind us that we, too, are capable of greatness." Saren took his hand, her touch warm and reassuring. "Together, we can lead our people towards a future where they can reclaim their power." Xiron felt a flicker of hope reigniting within him. The next day, Xiron convened a gathering of Luminaris elders to discuss his thoughts. They sat in a circle adorned with glowing flowers and sacred symbols. He could sense the tension as they awaited his words. "Dear Luminaris," he began, finding his voice, "I am honored by your adoration, yet I must speak my truth. I am not a god. I am here to help you find your strength, to help you reconnect with the energies you hold so closely, and not to take your power away from you." Murmurs of dissent moved through the assembly, but he pressed forward. "I believe the true path to fertility lies not just in blessings from outsiders, but in the harmony you cultivate within yourselves and the land. Let us work together, combining your deep-seated traditions with my human practices. Together, we can create a brighter future." As silence enveloped the group, Xiron felt the uncertainty weigh heavily upon him. Would they embrace his message? Finally, a voice broke through. Elder spoke. "Your honesty is the gift we truly need. We have long revered external forces, without understanding that the greatest power is within our own hearts." Cheers erupted, and Xiron's heart swelled with relief and joy. It was clear they were ready for partnership rather than worship. With their spirits lifted and trust restored, Xiron organized a grand ceremony to renew their bond with the land and the energies that surrounded them. Luminaris gathered in unity, weaving together their rituals with Xiron's human practices. Together, they painted the landscape with vibrant colors of hope and renewal. As they danced and sang, Xiron felt the pulsating energy of the land filling him with a sense of belonging. He understood now that he was not just an outsider. He was part of something greater. The Luminaris were not solely dependent on him. Instead, their strength lay in collaboration. With Saren at his side, Xiron led them through the ceremony, their voices unified in a powerful chant that echoed across the landscape. The flora around them responded, blooming in radiant displays, a stunning testament to their renewed connection to the earth and each other. As the celebration reached its climax, Xiron couldn't help but feel an overwhelming sense of purpose and belonging. He may not have been the fertility god they initially envisioned, but he had become a catalyst for change, a friend, and a guiding light for the Luminaris. With the grand ceremony behind them, Xiron settled into his new role alongside the Luminaris. The days that followed were filled with vibrant exchanges of culture, understanding, and intimacy. He found himself spending more time with Saren, their bond deepening with each shared laugh, whispered secret, and the gentle brush of their hands against one another. One evening, they sat by a sparkling lake, illuminated by the luminescent flora around them. The radiance reflected in Saren's eyes, and Xiron couldn't help but admire her beauty. As they spoke of their dreams and fears, he learned more about the Luminaris struggles with fertility and the weight of expectations that came with their ancient traditions. "I sometimes feel the pressure of our customs," Saren confessed, her voice tinged with vulnerability. "To bring life, to lead. It's a burden that many have carried before me." Xiron reached out to touch her hand, feeling the warmth radiate from her skin. "You are stronger than you know. You have a unique connection to your people and the land. Sometimes they need guidance to embrace that strength, but you aren't alone in this." Saren's eyes flickered with gratitude. "And you have shown me that strength can come from collaboration, from understanding one another." Xiron nodded, realizing that their closeness was more than just shared experiences. It was a fusion of their spirits. He felt a pull he hadn't anticipated, a deep attraction that transcended the boundaries of their cultures. As weeks passed, Xiron worked tirelessly with the Luminaris to cultivate their connection to the land and to each other. Under his guidance, They began to revive ancient ritual practices that had been forgotten or overlooked. Together, they rediscovered the essence of their identity, the strength of community, and the power of love within. However, as the Luminaris embraced this newfound approach, not everyone was pleased. A faction within their society clung desperately to the old ways, fearing that change would lead to a loss of their traditions. The unrest began to bubble as some members openly questioned Xiron's influence and connection to the Luminaris. One fateful night, during a council meeting, dissent erupted. "We cannot rely on this human's methods. Our ancestors have guided us for centuries. We must not abandon what has kept us strong," a powerful elder shouted, his voice filled with anger and fear. Xiron felt tension fill the room, heart racing as he realized the implications of their fears. Yet, as he shared his perspective, he approached the meeting with compassion and understanding. "I do not wish to erase our traditions," Xiron spoke calmly. "Rather, I seek to enhance them. Our combined knowledge and practices create a more profound existence. Together, we have the power to flourish and overcome challenges." The room fell silent, and he felt the weight of their gazes upon him. Saren stood beside him, her presence grounding him as she stepped forward. "We must embrace change to grow, and Xiron has become part of our story. He has helped us remember our strength." With Saren at his side, they confronted the faction, displaying the very unity they had embraced. After hours of dialogue and emotional expression, the Luminaris began to see beyond their fears, realizing the beauty of merging their past with a vibrant future. In the aftermath of the council, a sense of renewed purpose swept through the Luminaris community. Xiron's heart swelled with pride and love as he watched the Luminaris begin to embrace their future together, harmonizing tradition with innovation. On a beautiful morning, Xiron and Saren stood at the banks of the lake, where their journey had flourished. The air was crisp and fragrant with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. As they gazed into each other's eyes, the world around them seemed to fade away. "I never expected to find this place in my heart," Xiron admitted, his voice soft and genuine. "You've changed me, Saren. I've found a home I never knew I was searching for." Saren's bioluminescent skin shimmered, reflecting the burgeoning affection she felt for him. "In you, Xiron, I have found not only a friend but a partner. Together, we embody the union of our species, creating a tapestry of love, growth, and hope." With a surge of emotion, Xiron leaned closer, cupping her face gently. "Let us continue building this bridge between our worlds, honoring who we are while nurturing who we can be." Their lips met in a tender kiss, sealing their promise of unity and adventure ahead. As the connection grew between them, Xiron understood that they were destined to lead the Luminaris into a harmonious future, where the past and present intertwined beautifully. As the days turned into weeks, Xiron and Saren's connection deepened, blossoming into a love that transcended cultural boundaries. Their evenings were filled with laughter, deep conversations, and explorations that drew them closer both emotionally and physically. Xiron learned that for the Luminaris, intimacy was not dismissed as merely a physical act, but was honored as a sacred union, a profound merging of souls that celebrated the energies of creation. One serene night, beneath a canopy of twinkling stars that dotted the sky like scattered diamonds, Xiron and Saren ventured into the heart of the sacred forest. This area was revered for its vibrant blossoms, known to open under the moonlight and enhance the experience of love and bonding. The luminescent flora glowed with a soft, inviting light, casting ethereal shadows that danced with the gentle breeze. "Isn't it beautiful?" Saren's voice was a soft whisper, filled with wonder as they walked hand in hand, absorbing the magic around them. "Yes," Xiron replied, his heart full as he took in the sight. "It's as if the entire forest is alive, breathing with us." As they settled among the flowers, amid the twinkling lights and the music of the forest, Xiron turned to Saren, feeling the energy between them crackling with intensity. "I want to share everything with you, Saren. Not just my skills or my spirit, but all of me," he confessed, searching her eyes for understanding. Saren smiled gently, her eyes shimmering with emotion. "Our bond has already grown stronger through our shared journey. Mating in Luminaris culture is a sacred act, a union that brings forth not only physical intimacy, but also the essence of our beings. Zyron's breath caught in his throat, a rush of anticipation and vulnerability flooding over him. Then let us honor that tradition together. I've never experienced a connection like this before. Saren leaned closer, her bioluminescent touch sending electric sensations coursing through Zyron. Then let us unite in this sacred space, to celebrate our love and weave our energies together. With heightened emotions, they embraced under the luminous blossoms, the air electrified with a force that felt both familiar and extraordinary. Zyron felt warmth radiate from Saren's skin, illuminating the shadows around them. As he cradled her face in his hands, he recognized how deeply connected they were, not just in this moment, but through destinies intertwined. As they came together, Zyron and Saren let go of their inhibitions, surrendering to the natural rhythm of the universe. They explored each other's forms, every kiss igniting sparks of magic that resonated not only within their beings, but with nature around them. The flowers responded, blooming in radiant colors, each petal whispering secrets of life and love. Zyron understood that mating was not simply an act for them. It was a sacred pact, a promise to nurture and cherish one another while embracing the transformative energies that surrounded them. Beneath the starlit sky, Zyron and Saren united, the fusion of their bodies marking the beginning of a deeper connection. He felt sacred, a part of something greater than himself, and in that moment, they transcended boundaries, binding their spirits in a way that would illuminate their lives and the Luminaris. As dawn broke, Zyron and Saren lay entwined among the flowers, the first light of morning bathing the landscape in soft tones of gold. They met each other's gaze, an unspoken understanding passing between them. In the silence of the morning, surrounded by nature that echoed their joy, it was clear that they had forged a bond that held the promise of a beautiful future. Zyron propped himself up on one elbow, taking in the sight of Saren, the glow of her skin, the way her hair danced in the early light. "I never expected to find this place in my heart," he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. "You've changed me, Saren. I've found a home I never knew I was searching for." Saren's eyes sparkled, a light of hope and joy reflecting back to him. "In you, Zyron, I have found not only a friend but a partner. Together, we embody the union of our species, creating a tapestry of love, growth, and hope." With a surge of emotion, Zyron leaned closer, cupping her face gently, feeling the warmth radiating from her. "Let us continue to build this bridge between our worlds, honoring who we are while nurturing who we can be." Their lips met in a tender kiss, sealing their promise of unity. As they drew apart, both felt the world around them shift, the very air pulsing with possibilities. They lay together, basking in the glow of their love, while planning how they would lead their communities toward a harmonious future. Months passed, weaving a rich tapestry of shared experiences, laughter, challenges, and revelations. Zyron and Saren became inseparable, guiding their people toward a greater understanding of themselves and each other. Zyron found himself conducting workshops, helping the Luminaris rediscover their own forms of healing and expression. Merging human techniques with their rituals created an energy he had never anticipated. The Luminaris were eager students, embracing the idea that they could honor the old ways while exploring new avenues. Zyron's heart swelled with pride as he watched the changes unfold. Connections rekindled not only between individuals, but also with the energies of the land. Dance became a common language. Laughter rang out in fields covered with luminescent flowers, and love blossomed like never before. As their union grew stronger, Zyron and Saren decided to host a festival of light, a celebration that would unite both humans and Luminaris, honoring their shared journey and the energies of creation. The Luminaris had invited everyone from the surrounding planets, eager to share their culture and traditions, creating a bridge of understanding that encompassed diverse races. In the days leading up to the festival, Zyron and Saren worked tirelessly, decorating the venue with vibrant flowers, arranging ceremonies, and coordinating performances that would showcase their cultural exchange. As the festival day approached, excitement buzzed in the air. On the eve of the festival, Zyron stood at the center of the venue, looking around at the breathtaking sight they had created together. Lanterns hung from every tree, lighting up the surroundings with soft, warm glows. Saren joined him, her presence calming and reassuring. "Are you nervous?" she asked, squeezing his hand gently. "More excited than anything," Zyron replied, a grin spreading across his face. "I can't wait to see everyone come together." As the stars glittered above them, Zyron pulled Saren into a tender embrace, feeling her warmth against him. "This is just the beginning. Together, we're building something beautiful." "Yes," she whispered, looking up at him with adoration. "And I am grateful for every moment we share. You inspire me to be better, Zyron." "I feel the same about you," he said, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. "You've opened my heart in ways I never thought possible." Their moment was interrupted as Luminaris dancers began to gather for rehearsal, revealing vibrant costumes that shimmered with hues of green and blue. The excitement was palpable as they practiced, their movements fluid and captivating under the soft light of the lanterns. Later that night, as the festival commenced, Zyron stood before a lively crowd, energized by the enthusiasm surrounding him. The Luminaris showcased their traditional dances, moving with grace as they honored ancient spirits. Zyron was enveloped by the warmth of this newfound family, celebrating the fusion of human and Luminaris culture. As the festivities unfolded, Zyron felt Saren's hand slip into his, their fingers intertwining. She gazed up at him, her eyes ablaze with joy, bursting with pride for what they had accomplished together. Zyron took a deep breath and stood before the crowd, addressing their gathered kin, sharing the story of their journey, how they had come together, the trials they faced, and how their love had ignited a spark that transformed their communities. "Tonight, we celebrate not just achievements but the essence of unity," he proclaimed. "Our differences are what make us stronger and more beautiful. Together, we have the power to nurture the future." The Luminaris erupted in applause, and the cheers echoed through the festival. As Zyron stood before them, he understood that their path was one of growth, not just in numbers, but in love, the bond that transcended worlds. With the festival in full swing, Zyron and Saren stole quiet moments together amid the lively atmosphere, reflecting on how far they had come. Sitting under a blooming tree, they shared stories and dreams for the future, their laughter mingling with the sounds of celebration around them. "What's next for us, Zyron?" Saren asked, her head resting on his shoulder, the moment serene. "I want to help establish a center for healing," he replied, thoughts swirling with possibilities. "Somewhere both humans and Luminaris can come together to learn and grow. A place where we can share our knowledge, combine our traditions, and help those in need." Saren's eyes sparkled in agreement. "That sounds perfect. It can serve as a bridge for others, just like we've built one between our two worlds." "Together, we can make it happen," Zyron replied, pulling her closer. "We are stronger united." A peaceful silence enveloped them, hinting at a shared understanding. In that quiet moment, Zyron leaned down, capturing Saren's lips in a passionate kiss. It was a promise of commitment, love, and the shared journey they had ahead. As the festival drew to a close, Zyron looked out at the Luminaris gathered together, their hearts unified in joy. He felt fulfilled, knowing that their connection, the love that transcended boundaries, was not only beautiful but essential for the future they desired. Months later, the Center for Healing was established, drawing visitors from across the galaxy. Luminaris and humans alike came to learn, share, and grow together in ways that honored both cultures. Zyron and Saren guided the way, instilling a sense of hope and unity in all who entered their sanctuary. Their love had catalyzed a transformation within and between their species, unleashing currents of energy that sparked renewal in every corner of Luminara. Standing hand in hand one sunny afternoon, Zyron and Saren watched as children painted the new center, their laughter filling the air. "What a beautiful sight," Zyron murmured, squeezing Saren's hand gently. "Yes," she replied, her voice infused with warmth. "This is only the beginning, my love. With every passing day, we will continue to grow, nurture, and thrive." As they gazed into each other's eyes, they understood that their journey was defined not solely by the challenges they faced, but also by the beauty of their bond. a love that would forever pave the way toward a future filled with hope and harmony. Their journey did not end here. In each other, they found the strength to face whatever lay ahead and a love that would serve as a beacon, guiding their people toward a world where unity flourished. Together, they carried the torch of light into the unknown future, committed to nurturing the connections that bridged their worlds, forever entwined in the dance of life.